Hi lovely people, how are you? Welcome again to my channel. My name is Isabel with an E, and I'm super excited as always to be here with you. So on today's topic, we will talk about things you ought to know or you have done or you ought to have done in your early 20s. It's actually a very big, it's a very wide topic discussion. So I have about 16 points that I can share with you people, and I hope it will be educative to the young ones, and also for the ones who are past the early 20s, you'll still have time to recover. There's always time, huh? So the first thing we'll start. So I've actually written them down. It's always good to write your stuff down on a piece of paper so that you can always be able to remember. It is better than writing them on maybe an iPad or on your phone, but when you write them down, there's a way it has that impact. So the first one is build assets. So when you say build assets, what do we mean? Building assets, we have the first and foremost, the first major thing is your body. That is an asset for you. How do you build your body? One, if you're able to go to the gym, you can do it. Nowadays we have alternatives of doing exercises in your own home, at the comfort of your own home. You have YouTube, you can go to YouTube, do more exercise. If you want something intense where you have a personal trainer, you can always go to the gym. And then eat healthy. You don't have to stash everything that you get on your way. Msikule really. I think be healthy, eat healthy meals. Check what you eat. We are always told you are who you're what you eat. So that is also an asset that you build. Another asset you're supposed to build in your early 20s is your relationship with your parents. Maybe some of us have good relationship with our parents. There are people who don't have. See as much as possible how you can create that good rapport. If you're not in a good rapport with your parents, visit them. They're always happy, regardless. Visit them, take care of them if you're in a position to take care of them. Not necessarily even paying their house rent. You can take care of them. Send them that 1,000, send them that 500. They will be very, very grateful. And you'll also see the blessings that you get from that. Also another thing is your family, your friends. Be able to create good friendships when you're younger. I am very lucky that I still have my friends that were in high school, that immediately even after high school when I was starting life, I still have them. We still value each other. So have those good friends. And you're able sometimes it's very hard to eliminate the not so good friends in your early 20s, because we tend to have this clique of girls, oh, we're doing this, da 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 da. But if you look at those friendships, you're supposed to know, are they beneficial? Is it a one-sided friendship? Is it a one-sided friendship? If in a friendship where you feel that you're only giving and not receiving anything, I think it's good to cut off those friends. Personally, I had some friends who I thought were my friends, but looking back, I had to cut them off on my way. Looking back, they were selfish with themselves. They were more self-centered. That I was only giving and giving and giving and getting nothing in return. So when you give and give and not getting it, it's like a charger. No, it's like a phone. If you're using your phone the whole day and you don't charge it, the charge will end. And unless you recharge it, the phone will be dead. So the same case with friendship, it has to be a give and take. So that will be my first point, building assets. The second one, start investing. I know this is very difficult for anyone who is in their 20s. But this is the time, I've just gotten out of campus or college. I need to buy the latest shoe, the latest clothes. Where are people partying? I need to go to Mombasa, I need to go to Naivasha. You can still do all that and still invest. So this is the plan. If you've just started your employment, join a circle. If your company has a circle, join a circle. If it doesn't have, you can look for another circle. You can join chamas. Like example for the circle, put a standing order. You don't need to be hard on yourself. I'll go save 10,000. Start small. Say 2,000. You put a standing order that anytime money hits your account, the 20K goes straight to your circle. This shows that at any given time, that 2000, regardless of how your finances are that month, it will hit the account. So that is a way of investing. Put a stand in order. If you're not disciplined enough, put a stand in order. If you're disciplined enough, you can get the money, then pay to the charmer. Get into chamas. Get into chamas. I remember we had one for high school. It really went well as it started. Then along the way, issues do come. We invested in something that really didn't work, and we lost a lot of money. So people were like, you know what, we are done with this chama. But I'll tell you, I can say we had more good. We really had more good days than the bad days. So kindly invest. Start investing. Put something on fixed account. If you're not able to do chamas, you're not able to join circles, maybe put them in a fixed account. You say, I'll be saving 5,000, I'll be saving 2,000, I'll be saving 1,000. At least by the end of the year you have something that you've already saved for yourself. I am telling you this through experience that the rain is going to come and it will beat you. But at least if you have I'll not call it a support system, a backup plan. It's more of a backup plan for the rainy days. And it comes a long, 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 long way. So, and to our third point, develop your skill. How do you develop your skill? There's always that sense that you have. If you're a leader, the people who are born as leaders, and there are those people who learn to be leaders. So if you're born as a leader, start your skills. Go to conferences, and look for those opportunities where you'll be able to show your skills, that you're a leader, you're a team player. Even in the office, maybe you're given a task. Are you able to lead a team for that task? So you're able at this particular time, no, at this particular age, you're able to know whether you're a team leader, you're a leader, or you just want to be led. You can also try and read books. I'm not so good with reading books. I prefer audio, but not all books are audio. Maybe I'm just too lazy with reading. I just don't like reading personally. But if you're able, let it be a habit. Normally, I usually say everything is a habit. Maybe when I was younger, if I would have started reading at that particular time, maybe I would have gained that skill. So those are the three. That is number 3. Then number 4, stop comparing yourself with others. It is, as much as we want to emphasize this, young people always want to compare themselves with others. Your friends, people come from different backgrounds. That one you should know. Maybe some of your friends come from a wealthy background, so they're able to drive cars immediately they finish high school or they're in campus or college. They're able to travel, see the world. So don't try to compare yourself with them. I know it is very hard, but don't, because you'll end up living a fake life because you want to fit in. You really want to fit in. So you should stop. People should stop comparing themselves with others. The next one, don't get into debt. I think this is the most crucial one. Okay, not the most crucial one, but it has a lot of depth. You cannot be in your early 20s and you already have. So, what happened? I realized later that there's some part of what you were discussing that the points I was giving, that it was not able to record. My memory card was full from a camera, and it didn't give me a heads up. It did not give me a heads up. So I am back again. So if you're still liking this, if you're still watching and liking this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. So we were on don't get into debt. Don't get into debt as a young person in your 20s. You cannot afford to be in debt. And these debts are bad debts. We have 2 kinds of debts. We have bad debts and good debts. Bad debts are taking a loan and going to Masai Mara, taking a loan and going to vacation, taking a loan and going to Las Vegas, Naivasha, buying the latest iPhone, and you're not able to pay it. Now that's a bad debt. A good debt is where you get a debt and you invest in it, buy a piece of land, you buy shares, and you're able to also pay your good debts, because there's no reason of you having a loan that is eating up all your savings, mostly eating up all your salary. It means that now you will go back to the bad debts, where you'll be borrowing from friends, you'll be borrowing from family members, and you'll end up in CRB. So if you take a loan, example, if you take a loan, maybe a bank loan, and you furnish your lifestyle, then you're not able to pay, and then you end up in the KRA. No, you end up in the CRB. Then after some few years, it will likely haunt you back. So in this good place, you want to take a good loan to do a mortgage. Of course, they'll go back to your account and check, are you credit worth? How are your credit scores? So if you had a bad debt that you never paid off, you are in CRB, you'll be denied that loan when it is quite crucial. Going to the other points, being vulnerable. So being vulnerable. Personally, when I was younger, in my early 20s, I was never vulnerable. I was never vulnerable in the sense of I will not let people into my space, regardless whether you're a parent, you're a friend. I was in that cocoon, so it made me, how will I say, how will I put it? So being vulnerable lets people, it make you let people into your life. You let people into your life. So when shit goes down, because the likelihood of shit going down in your lifetime, in your lifespan, is very high. So if you're not vulnerable, you will not let people know what is happening into your life. Example, you lose your job because you're not vulnerable. You will not tell people. You will try hide it because you're not vulnerable. You do not want them to know that you're going through it. Maybe it is a divorce. Okay, when you're young, of course, it's not a divorce. So most probably it's losing your job. Maybe your career is not going in the right direction. It is good to be vulnerable. Let people know how you're faring. Let people into your life. Your parents, is it your partner? Let them be into the inner core so that you can be able to release your vulnerability, and it will help. Vulnerability really helps. The next one is being a risk taker. My friends know that I am, since from a young age, I have been a risk taker. I think from my early 20s, I have been a risk taker. Only that in the recent years, I have quite toned it down. Like I have really toned it down. So try to be a risk taker because you have time to recover. If you want to change your career, maybe your parents took you to do medicine, and then you feel like, no, me, I want to be a musician, take that risk. You only have one life to live. This is why we say this is the only place in your life that you use the YOLO. You only live once. So if you feel that the accounting thing is not working for you and you want to be a fashion designer, just like me, that will be the good time. Take that risk. You only have one life to live. Change the careers, change the jobs, change the relationships, change the friendships. Any ship, any ship, you have the risk of you're in a better place of taking the risk. Yes, take that risk. And okay, when it's risk, can it be specific good risks? The risks that which are not good. Yes, because you cannot be, you will not want to like, you just got into a job, you want to go, you're just a trainee, the next thing you want to be a manager, how? So you're quitting your job because now you want to be a manager. No, that's a foolish risk. Take good risks that are going to improve your life. So the other point will be invest in yourself. How do you invest in yourself? Taking care of your mental health, taking care of your physical health. So it is mental, physical, psychological, emotional, and what? Yeah. So if it is your mental health, if you're feeling you're not okay, talk to a specialist, talk to somebody who can hear you, who can understand you, who will not judge you, who will not be judgmental. Physical, take good care of yourself, be in good health. Psychological, emotionally, be in a good space. That is the only way you can invest. Because if you're not in good place in these places, believe me, your life will not be okay. So, and to our next point is learning how to cook. As in, like from a very young age. My mom is the kind of the type of tough love. So she was able to nurture us, the three girls. So we are three girls, so she was able to nurture us and show us how to cook at a very tender age. So please kindly learn how to cook. You have not just cooking, but cooking good food. Cook good food that you're also able to enjoy. Personally, I love trying out new recipes, doing international. Learn how to cook, go for cooking classes. Now we even have YouTube where you can go Google, check what is the latest, you try it out. They're giving you recipes, they're giving you step by step, so you can kindly try that. And then explore the world. Explore the world. Travel the world. Travel your country. Go to those road trips. Go to those hikes. This is the only time that you will have to do that. In your early 20s, when you do not have responsibility, you're only responsible to yourself. You do not have a family, you do not have a wife, children, husband to take care of. So we'll have plenty of time to explore. Travel. Travel, travel, and travel. And then another one is stay curious, in the sense of you're curious, you want to know cryptocurrency, how does it work? Can I try it? You're curious to know how is, like you're doing YouTube, how is production done? Do it. Have that curiosity mind. It really goes a long way. It makes you active, like you, even for your mental state. When you're curious, it really, really, really works. Another point is dreams require sacrifice. Like if you dream to be a doctor, you need to work the extra hours. Even in school, if you want to be a CEO, you need to know what entails to be a CEO. It means that you'll have late night sleeps if you're an entrepreneur. So this is the thing. When I was in employment, I thought I will have freedom. When I'm in employment, now here I am in self-employment. No, so here I am, and let me tell you, there is no freedom. There is no free time. You thought that you'll have free time. There's no free time. You are your own cheerleader. You have to remind yourself, I have to wake up at 5 to do 1, 2, 3. I have to have late nights so that I'm able to achieve 1, 2, 3. You're on your own cheerleader. You are your own cheerleader. So you have to be disciplined. So it requires sacrifice and also self-discipline. So they go hand in hand. There's no you can have sacrifice and not have discipline. Or you have discipline and do not have sacrifice. For this particular one, you have to have both. And then, if your dreams do not scare you, just go back and sleep. Your dreams should be big enough to even scare you. And then another thing is embrace failure. This is one topic that personally, it really affected me when I was young, because I did not know what is to fail. That was not in my vocabularies, because at work, at school, it was just yes, everything was working as I wanted. So it reaches a place where things are not working as you want. You are failing as an individual, you are failing as a team. Accept failure. Accept. So the other point, the third last, don't give up. Don't give up regardless of what is happening into your life. You'll have all the time to recover. You'll have all the time to recover. If you've tried that new craft, it's not working, do not give up. Try and try and try again, but try it in a different way. You cannot be doing the same thing over a period of time and expecting better results. Change your tactics, but don't give up. If it is looking for a job, apply. People who've even applied like 1,000 jobs they've never gotten, but that does not mean that you will give up. Giving up in education, you get your referrals, that does not mean it's the end. Do not give up. Do it. You failed in your KCSE. You can start from the certificate level. You go to diploma, high diploma, eventually you do a degree. I know of a schoolmate who actually was not doing so much, and she's a big person, so she started small. This is a story from her. She told us that after clearing high school, she told her dad that I want to get the gown. She did not even know what the gown meant, the graduation gown, but she really wanted to have it. So she told the dad whatever it takes, and she went for it. So she did not give up in her life just because she started off badly in her academics. Right now she's doing very well. So the second last is everything takes time. Everything takes time. Your career, your relationship, it takes a lot of patience. You really have to be patient with yourself. Let us avoid microwave success. You want to get out of school, the next thing you're in managerial, you want to buy the latest car, you don't know the steps. Go to employment, start as a trainee. Go to junior employment, go to juniors, be a junior, go to senior management, go to middle management, senior management, be the CEO. The reason being, when this takes time, you're able to learn each and every step. So when you're a senior or you're a CEO, you know what the juniors are supposed to do. So if somebody is not doing the work, you're able to even correct them. So career take time. So in relationships also take time to know somebody. People come from different, but it works for relationships. It works quite different. I'll talk about friendships. Take time to know somebody. Are these people for your interest? Are these people that will be there for you? If you're very keen, you'll be able to. With time, you'll be able to weed out the people who are not good friends. So kindly take time for your in your friendships, any kind of ship, any kind of ship. Just take your time. And then the final one, it is love yourself. Love yourself. I will emphasize this more and more, and I don't know to what extent, but love yourself. There is no way you're going to love somebody if you're not able to even love yourself. By loving yourself, you're able to get a very good, you're able to have self-esteem. And you know what self-esteem does? It takes you to the next level. It makes you have good relationships with other people, your partner, your parents. You do not feel as, you're not inferior. You're not inferior, and you also are not superior. You're somewhere where you know yourself. You're able to realize what you want and what you need in your life. I'll give you a good example. I remember in my early 20s, immediately I was from high school. I did not have such a good self-esteem. I used to feel inferior if I go where people are, especially ladies. I think that they were more beautiful, so I would feel intimidated. But right now, no one can tell me anything. I know my worth. I know my value because I have self-esteem. So bottom line, we've learned that love yourself. Regardless, just love yourself. So I think we've come to the end of this session. If you really like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. For the new subscribers, thank you. For those who are watching and not yet subscribed, hit on that subscription button and hit on the notification bell, so that when I upload new videos, you're able to see. And for the returning subscribers, I love you guys. Just make this place a wonderful place. So if you feel anything that you need to add, maybe your suggestions, your comments, kindly comment on the comment section. So I think it's the end of this session. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, have a lovely night, have a lovely morning, wherever you are. Bye bye. Cheers until the next session. Bye.